Hey, everybody. How about the For Our Neighbors show? That's what we're doing. You're going to meet my friend and pastor, Mr. Eric Lohe, here in a minute. What was this business about popcorn and punchlines? We'll give everybody a chance to get on board. I'm going to see people getting online here as the show takes off. We're on live broadcast. We're going to have some fun. You know it. How about that? We're live from the auditorium of the Crossroads Church at Westfield, Indiana. How about that? 6:30 and everybody's getting on. Let me go over here, and if people are coming on board and you've got some comments, you know how to do it. Jump right in there and say hi. Are you there? Look at that, 6:31 and time to go. Welcome everyone to the For Our Neighbors show. I'm Jay Skinner, and you're going to meet Eric Lohe.
Hey Jay.
Hey, we're
really good to see you. Yeah, good to have everybody
you
out here seeing this evening. So
we're on TV.
What do you know? Really, really good.
Everybody, those of you that have been on my show and know about the Buyers and Sellers show that ran for 3 years, some of you are jumping on to say, what's Jay doing? And I want you to know, we're so glad to have you. Then we also have people from your channel. Eric, your channels, what are your channels?
Well, we have, we're always on YouTube and on Facebook and always do stuff on there Sundays and otherwise. So
yeah. And it's like
at Crossroads Church.
Crossroads Church.
Yep.
So people can catch Crossroads Church on Sundays and see you and
on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm sometimes I play in a band here.
You do?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do. It's fantastic.
You can pop up on stage.
I do. I pop up on stage, and there's a lot of people, and everybody, when it comes to posting comments, like I'm going to type a message here. It says post here. And that is, I would love anyone that's here to jump in, and this will show you kind of where the live is. I want you to jump in, say hi. You're friends of mine. I know there's people all over the world that get notification about my shows.
That's awesome.
And then you've got people, you got a big audience as well.
Sure do.
And so don't hesitate. And so the title of this show was, I said it was the For Our Neighbors show, but in particular was comedy, popcorn, and Christianity.
Yes.
And people are going, what? What?
That's a great combination, don't you think? At least it's intriguing, I think. So
it is.
Yeah. So we're going to have this great event coming up in a couple of weeks. Popcorn and Punchlines, a free comedy event in our community, just to be able to come and laugh together.
Yes.
So yeah.
And it's not the first time. You've done it before, right?
No, yeah. We've been doing it in February for about 8 years in a row. And this Popcorn and Punchlines had kind of an interesting way that it started up, which I'll tell you in just a moment. But this will be our third one that we do in the summer. So this is right at the end of May 31st, here in our community at IMMI Conference Center.
And whoever thought that you'd be doing something like that, doing popcorn and punchlines. I wrote this earlier. It's like we all need to lighten up, have some fun, and enjoy life with one another more. And that's 100% biblical, isn't it?
It is. Yep, it sure is. Yep. I mean, I think we were created to laugh, and laughter is healthy for all of us. I actually think some of the things that Jesus said, people probably found very, very funny when he talked about a camel going through the eye of a needle. There's debate about what all that means, but I think they would have kind of thought, well, that's kind of interesting, as he was making his point and teaching about things.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And I want to just make a note here. I want to give thanks to a guy that's in the background that's helping produce this show right now, Mr. Jeremy Thornberry. And it's like, hey, Jeremy, thank you so much. When you see the screens change and things get fixed, he's back there taking care of it. And I really, really appreciate it. And then, of course, you know me. And if you're wondering, Eric Lohe, that's him. And that's how you spell his name. So that'd be Mr. Eric Lohe. Now, everyone, I want you to know that we have a special guest, and this was on the pre-broadcast promotion, Rhonda Corey. She is going to be the host of this upcoming event.
Yeah. Can I tell you how we got to this?
Yes, please do.
So, about 7 years ago, the people of this congregation and others got together and said, hey, let's specifically see what the needs are in this community. There are needs for recovery. We help people with pet food. Feed people. We give coats out, all kinds of things. But in that conversation, one of the things that came up was, I remember in the house where I grew up, my parents always were watching Charlie Chaplin videos. And one of the things that he said in that was that a day without laughs is a wasted day. And so in thinking about that, what better thing could a community do than to come together and laugh together, enjoy one another? And in our kind of the world that's kind of crazy and separated and all of those kinds of things, when you come together and you just laugh and celebrate life together, how important is that? And so we started, again, like I said, 7 years ago, we did this event in February and sponsored it for the community, brought in 3 comedians just to have a great time. And Rhonda Corey from Rhode Island was one of the persons that came and did that. And she was a great hit. And in subsequent conversation with Rhonda, Rhonda said, hey, I'd love to be able to do another event for you, for your community. I love what you're doing. I love that you're bringing comedy to this community. I would just love to come and bring 7 of my funniest friends for a night of laughter in your community. And so Rhonda, this will be the 3rd one that Rhonda's going to host for us. And we're just so excited. Rhonda's great. All of her friends are great. I hope you get to meet. We're going to meet her in just a moment, Jay.
Yeah. And how about just as a little teaser here, here's a clip of Rhonda making some funny. Watch this.
Here's the thing, I think he's losing his hearing, and that scares me, because I can just picture it, right? I'll be in the hospital, I'll be lying there, he'll be there. I'll say, honey, come over here, give me a big hug. And he'll say, pull the plug, okay.
And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Rhonda Corey.
Yay! Obviously, nobody pulled the plug yet.
Not yet.
No, she's still here. Yeah, she's still here. Yeah.
Rhonda, welcome to the For Our Neighbor show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
This is great.
You're going to be in Westfield in a couple of weeks.
I am, and I'm super excited about that because, like you were saying, Eric, this will be our 3rd time with you at the how do you say
IMMI Conference Center. Yep.
That's it. That's it.
Great place, great people.
It's so much fun, and it seems to get bigger and bigger every single year. And so there's lots of room there, which is fabulous. So like everybody can come because there's so much room. And there's so many laughs because we have amazing comics on the show. They are just, I have some really funny friends. And so to put a show on for your community, I'm so privileged to be able to help to do that because it's just so fun. I love, like you even said it, I love to see what you're doing for your community. I love how you reach out to everyone, and it's amazing, just the different things that you do. And of course, one of the best things I think you do is you have comedy shows because people need to laugh. And
life is tough.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to be together, have a night out where you can just somewhat laugh at yourself, but also just laugh at life is a really, really good thing. So
I agree.
And what I like about, because you kind of formed this being a showcase, which was not just a couple, which we do that in February, and that works really great. But you just wanted to bring out folks so they could do a 10, 15-minute kind of time up on stage, and then we move out to the next person. And so you get a whole variety of people, which is just an awesome idea.
It's like a little comedy buffet. So you get a little taste of everything. And it's so much fun because there's such a variety, and we are all so different, and our comedic styles are different. So there's a little something for everyone there,
Rhonda, you've traveled the world and done this. It's like so nothing new to you for sure. And it's a mission to you because this is good, clean family fun, unlike much comedy that's out there. Can you talk a little bit about what your mission is and where you are, why you're doing this? Just help the people that are watching right now understand why they want to come and get to know you and all that. Just what's your mission?
Sure. So, my mission is to provide clean, quality entertainment, and we really work at, having great jokes, funny jokes. We're not trying to be hokey. We're not, I think a lot of times, honestly, when people think of comedians in church, they think of hokey. And so there are some extremely talented comedians who are Christians or Christian comedians, and so my mission is to bring that kind of entertainment, that kind of quality into the church, not only so that the church has that kind of entertainment, because there's not a lot of choices out there for clean entertainment, unfortunately, but also something that they can bring their sister, brother, mother, aunt, friend, neighbor, co-worker to, and not have to sit there and worry what's going to be said. You can sit next to your grandmother and not have to cringe, but you can laugh together. And I think it's so important comedy unites people. And so it's really important. And to bring it into the church where there's so much controversy about Christians, that, we're not just walking around holding signs, we're real people who just love Jesus, and just, we want you to have the hope that we have, but we also want you to be able to just come as you are and just laugh with us.
And that's what we're going to do. I know I've been with the Crossroads Church here now for a couple of years and been through a couple of these events. And it's true. And I can't wait to do this again. Rhonda, if people want to see more of your material and understand it better, they can go right to your website, can't they?
That's right. You can go to my website. There's some video clips on there. There's also a contact form and my email where you can reach out, and that is RhondaCoreyComedy.com. I'm on all the social media platforms at Rhonda Corey Comedy. So there's all kinds of different content on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. And I would love for you to pop on by and please like all my pages. I would love for you to do that. That way we can stay connected. And that'd be great.
That would. We've got somebody. There's Doug Thornberry. Hi. He says, hi, Rhonda, Eric, and Jay. Doug, glad you're here.
That's great.
Fantastic. And I want to encourage anybody else, if you have any questions, comments, or thoughts, or just want to say hi. This is going to be a short show. We've got probably another 10 minutes, and then away we go.
One of the things I guess I want to say, Rhonda, is that thanks for sharing your motivation and your heart in all of that. For somebody who wants to bring a friend who is not a Christian or doesn't go to church or whatever, this is the ideal opportunity to come, because it's not all church humor. It's about how funny we are as creations of God and the silly things that we do and can think about. And you help us think about those in funny and creative ways. And every one of your friends do that. So they're not going to get a dose of church humor constantly. It's just about life, which is just so good to share.
Absolutely. I think it's a perfect place to invite your, non-Christian friends, because they're, it's a very non-intimidating environment, and it's not church jokes. We're not talking all about church jokes. We're just talking about real life situations and just maybe our perspective on things. And let's face it, life can be really funny.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be dirty. We can have fun.
No.
And I'm so thankful for people like you to bring that perspective. Rhonda, we're getting ready to move on to some other things. I know you got things to do too, and I'm so thankful that you would join us today. Do you have one last thing that you want to particularly tell our people, a message that you want to make sure gets out there before you slip back into the green room? And by the way, there's plenty of good snacks back there. I'm sure you'll enjoy them.
I've been munching back here. Yes. The one last thing is, please, if you are available on May 31st, it's a Friday evening, make sure you come. I mean, Westfield puts on the most amazing event, really. And it's absolutely free. It's free to everyone. That is unheard of, you guys, especially for, I'm not including myself, but the talent level of the comedians that are going to be on that stage, it's unreal. And to get a free event, and you guys, there's popcorn.
Yes.
There's not just punchlines, but there's popcorn too. So yeah, make sure you invite everybody you can possibly think of. This is the best place for them to meet people that are just gonna, welcome them and love them in the door, and they're just gonna have a great time laughing. So you won't have to sit next to somebody and be worried that it's gonna be cringy. It's just funny and free.
Awesome. Rhonda, thanks for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you at Popcorn and Punchlines when it comes up on the 31st. See you later. Thanks for coming.
Rhonda.
Bye. See you
Take
soon.
care.
Bye-bye. You got to have a band. On to the next segment.
Jay, I was going to make a comment about free. Sometimes when you think about free events,
Yes,
you think, oh, well, it must not be that good. What we've done is we have people who care about this community, who care about humor, who underwrite this. Mm-hmm. So it's a big event. It's a major undertaking. There's lots of resources that are going into making this, just so folks who, again, may be crunched at this time, not all of us, but some of us who may be crunched at this time and just don't have the resources to go to a show or some kind, they can come and be a part of this and have a great night out.
Eric, it's a great date night.
It is.
It's like when I go out with my postcard, we have postcards that look like this. Let me show you some of the things that we all pass out here. We encourage people at the church and anyone else just to, look at this thing. This is great. Free comedy event. And it tells all about it. The backside says when it is. And we pass this out in the community and you get to see it. And look at there's a big, long list of people doing it. It's fantastic. 8 comedians. This is world-class comedians. This is not anything but really great.
Yeah, anywhere you can go on YouTube and search for any of these comedians that are there. They're part of Dry Bar Comedy. They're well known throughout the country and internationally. So
exactly. And I wanted to show the picture of the comedians again. Look at that. They're all these people. Christy Condor. Some of these. You know all these people, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He knows these people. He's like.
I haven't met Robert G. Lee, but I understand he does a lot of comedy for folks out in Hollywood. So it'll be a great, interesting thing to be able to have him. And I've seen some of his clips, and he's just great.
So there's another one. It's Christy
Condor. Yep.
To tell us about her, and we're going to show her.
Christy, again, like Rhonda, our February event that we do here in the community. Christy was one of our headliner folks for that event, and so she came. She And so she's coming back to be here in Westfield again. And we just love her.
Well, let's watch Christy.
That'd be great.
Let's watch Christy. Here we go, everybody.
But I love giving children a chance to pray in front of our congregation. Sometimes. Like I had a little girl come up and said she wanted to pray, so I gave her the microphone and she went, "Bow your heads. Bow your heads." So we all bowed our heads. This is exactly what she said. "Dear Jesus, put a baby in mommy's tummy." So I'm instantly thinking, well, maybe we have an infertility issue or something like that that's going on in the family. And I look up and there's mom on the front row going, "How do you walk back the prayer of a child?" No one say amen. No one. Hey.
We're talking. Look at that. Everybody, it's great stuff. This is belly laughing time when you come to this event. And I want to encourage you to do that. I also want to encourage you, as far as the church is concerned, and how you get a hold of us. I want to make sure you know about Eric and what we're doing here. Write this down. You can go to 4ourneighbor.life. 4ourneighbor.life.
That's our main website.
Yeah.
Because when we started all of this, we believe that what we're doing in this community helps to enrich the life of people. And this is one of those events that does that.
And Jesus said, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and spirit, and love your neighbor as yourself. That was the teaching, the whole sum up of all the law and everything else, right? Right.
And when we got started doing this, we said, let's look at some of the things that Jesus said about how we're supposed to care for one another. And that was the first one we came to, and that's where we stuck the whole time, to figure out how you love God and love your neighbor. And loving our neighbor, we took, at least at this point, to be able to figure out our neighbors are those who are close to us, relatively close.
Jeremy, are we able to show them a picture of the auditorium? If you come to church, you got to be here. And here we are. And from here, we're going to say, God bless you. Thanks for coming. We're for our neighbor.life. And you're welcome to
means
join
we're for
us.
you.
We're for you.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
And have a great day, great evening. Come join us, watch us on TV, whatever you want to do. We're so happy you joined us for this show. And we'll see.
Yeah.
Is there any chance of us doing this again? Maybe.
I hope so. That'd be great. Yeah.
We could even have a live studio.
Check
audience.
in on YouTube on Crossroads Church at Westfield, and you can actually see Jay playing the keyboard out here.
That's right. Crossroads Church at Westfield. That's where you find us.
Westfield, Indiana.
And so I'm going to sing us out. How about that? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa. Now this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. See you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye now.